Hello students, welcome back. In the last session, English class, there was a task for you. A simple activity, not a task, it is a simple activity. You saw a picture, a cartoon picture. Based on that picture, I asked you to write down the answers. I hope all of you have done that work. Whether it is wrong or right, don't bother about your answers and don't bother about the mistakes. Just write. That's all. So, what are the questions? Do you remember? Okay. Once more. Listen. First question was this. What do you see in the cartoon? That was the first question. What do you see in the cartoon? I hope all of you have written the answer of this question. How did you write? Read loudly. And once more, I am remembering you, don't bother about the mistake. You can write in your own way, in your own sentences. And what are the viewers doing? Viewers they are running. The people are running. Okay, that's all. What did they expect to happen? What did they expect to happen? They thought that the train would run towards them. They thought the train would run towards them. Okay, now let us go to the next session of this class. Do you have the textbooks with you? Otherwise, you look at the board. You can see a picture on page number 8. Can you see the picture? What do you see in the picture? Okay. The first reading passage is the island. What is it? The island. Spell the word island. I-S-L-A-N-D. Island. S is silent there. Don't read Iceland, but it is island. What is the meaning of island? Do you know? Say, what is an island? Can you say it in English? This is English class. So try to say your answer in English. Don't bother about the mistakes. I already said, don't bother about your mistakes. Try to say everything in English, especially in our English classroom. That is the only way to speak English fluently. What's the way? Try to speak. Try to speak. So now I asked you, what is an island? Can you say the name of any islands? Let us see a video. Which island is this? Lakshadweep. So what is an island? It is a place, it is a land area which is surrounded by water. Okay, land area surrounded by water. That's an island. Did you see the movie of Mohanlal? One movie, which is the name? Kala Pani. Do you remember? In that film also, there is An island. It is an island. Kalapani. Now, let us study the story of a fisherman and his wife. They lived in an island. In an island. They lived in an island. Let us study. Let us read. Let us enjoy the story. First you take your text. The island. Okay? So, you read that passage silently. Without any lip movements, you read it silently. Okay? You go through the story. Sometimes there may be some difficult words for you. Don't bother. Just underline the difficult words. Which are the difficult words? Just underline. Then read again 2 or 3 times. First of all, you pause this video. Pause this video. Pause here. Then you read this unit, this session, the island reading passage silently. What is silent reading? Okay, without any sound, you just look into the reading passage and read it silently. There may be so many difficult words for you. You are in the 5th standard and there may be some difficult words for you. Don't bother. Don't be sad. Don't be afraid. Just underline. Just underline. Just mark that difficult words. Okay, then you continue your reading. 2 or 3 times. How? Silently. Okay. So you pause the video, pause it. Now, after reading 2 or 3 times, then you start again the remaining video. Okay, start reading, enjoy reading. Okay, students, have you read it? Okay. There are so many difficult words for you. I know. No problem. Then let us hear the story. We have a TV, mobile phone, computer, everything in our house. But there was a time when people didn't have this type of mobile phone, computer, anything. You look into the reading passage, go through the lines. Okay, let me read it. Listen. Long, long ago, a fisherman and his wife lived on an island. It was a lonely island. The people of the island led a quiet and simple life. They had no electricity, no phone, no television, no newspaper. They had no hairbrush nor mirrors either. The only way the islanders came to know about the world outside was through the ships that passed the island. The sailors in the ship threw old worn-out toothbrushes, broken buckets, torn shoes, etc. into the sea. When these things came ashore, the people of the island collected them. Let us read the passage once more. Okay, listen. Long, long ago, a fisherman and his wife lived on an island. It was a lonely island. The people of the island led a quiet and simple life. They had no electricity, no phone, no television, no newspaper. They had no hairbrush, nor mirrors either. The only way the islanders came to know about the world outside was through the ships that passed the island. The sailors in the ship threw old worn-out toothbrushes, broken buckets, torn shoes, etc. into the sea. When these things came ashore, the people of the island collected them. Okay, students? Now, listen once again. Long, long ago, a fisherman and his wife lived where? On an island. They lived on an island. Then, which type of place was that island? It was a lonely island. If you don't know the meaning of any words, you can refer the glossary at the end of this unit. Another way is to refer a dictionary. Do you have your own dictionary at your home? If you don't have dictionary at your home, you say to your parents to buy a dictionary for you, a small dictionary, not a big Oxford type dictionary, a small dictionary for you. Then another method is to refer the glossary. Now here the people of the island led a quiet and simple life. The people of the island led. What is the meaning of led? Led is the past tense of lead. Lead. L-E-A-D. Lead. What is its meaning? Do you hear the word leader, class leader, school leader, leader? A person who leads you in a class. A student who leads you in your school is school leader. In a class, it is class leader. So many leaders. We have so many leaders. They lead us. They lead us. So, it is leader. So here, the people of that island led a quiet and simple life. They had no electricity. No electricity, no television, no computer, no laptop, no... Nowadays we know all about these things. What is television, what is newspaper. But at that time, the people of the island had no electricity, no television, no mobile phone, no computers, no newspaper, no hairbrushes and no mirrors. Mirror. We know that. Mirror. What is a mirror? But at that time, the people had no mirrors. Nowadays, we know very much about what is a mirror. In the morning, we spend a lot of time in front of the mirror. How many time? How many hours? Let us listen another video clip. You listen, just listen the video clip and just enjoy. Have you seen that video? The child is looking into the mirror and he is laughing himself because he was very happy to see his face on that mirror. We know the usage of mirror. We know what is a mirror. But at that time, the people of the island don't know what is a mirror. Come to the next one. The only way the islanders came to know about the world outside was through the ships that passed the island. Okay, what was the only way that the islanders came to know about the world outside? It was through the ships that passed the island. The sailors in the ship threw old worn-out toothbrushes, broken buckets, torn shoes, etc. into the sea. When these things came ashore, the people of the island collected them. The sailors. Who is a sailor? Meaning of sailor is also in your glossary. I already said you refer the glossary. Sailor. He is a person who works on a ship or a boat. We call him a sailor. You refer the glossary and there the meaning of everything is there. New words. Sailor. A person who works on a ship or a boat is called a sailor. That person, we call him a sailor. Okay, here the sailors in the ship threw old worn out toothbrushes. Threw. T-H-R-E-W. Threw. Threw is the past tense of throw. T-H-R-O-W. Throw. Throw. Past tense is threw. So here the sailors in the ship threw. Eriyuga, erinyu. Threw. Erinyu. Ship threw old worn out toothbrushes, broken buckets and torn shoes. All these things are damaged because of overuse. കൂടുതൽ കാലം ഉപയോഗിക്കുമ്പോൾ ബ്രഷ് എങ്ങനെയാകും? ഷൂസ് എങ്ങനെയാകും? When these things came ashore, the people of the island collected them. Ashore mean to the shore from the sea. To the shore. Shore means തീരം. കടലിൽ നിന്നുള്ള മറ്റുള്ള തീരം ആണ് കടൽക്കര അല്ലേ? ashore. Let us listen the next. Father comes alive. If you want to hear this passage again, you just pause the video and rewind it and then play it. Okay. One day, the fisherman was walking along the seashore. After the death of his father, it was for the first time he was going out. Oh, my father, how loving he was, he thought. Never can I see him again. Suddenly, a flash of light fell on his eyes. Something shining was lying on the sand. He picked it up and looked at it. He had never seen such a thing before. He saw a face in it. He was scared. He threw it away. But after a while, he walked towards it again. He picked it up and saw the face in it again. He had never seen his own face before. He thought it was his father's face. Once more. Okay. One day, our fisherman and his wife was walking along the seashore. Seashore. What is seashore? Can you read this sentence? What is it? She sells seashells on the seashore. Read it. Read. She sells. S-E-L-L. Sell. Sell means വിൽക്കുക. എന്ത് വിൽക്കുന്നു? Seashells. Seashells means കടലിൽ നിന്ന് കിട്ടുന്ന ഷെല്ലുകൾ, കക്ക, ചിപ്പി, ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയുള്ള ഷെൽസ്. Seashells. എവിടെയാണ്? Where? On the seashore. Seashore. Seashore means കടൽ തീരം. Okay. Now, she sells seashells on the seashore. Can you say it speedily? 5 times. She sells seashells on the seashore. 5 times. Okay. You just say and just you send a voice clip to me or in our group. How many times? 5 times speedily. This sentence. Challenge. Okay. You just send the voice clip to our group. It's a challenge. Okay. Here the fisherman and his wife was walking along the seashore. After the death of his father, it was for the first time he was going out. Oh, my father, how loving he was, he thought. Thought is the past tense of think. Think. What is the meaning of think? Think. What is the meaning of think? Past tense of think is thought. T-H-O-U-G-H-T. Thought. Never can I see him again. Suddenly, a flash of light fell on his eyes. Suddenly, quickly, a flash of light, a light flash, fell on his eyes. Fell. It is the past tense of fall. Fell. Fall, വീഴുക. Something shining was lying on the sand. Then he picked it up and looked at it. Something shining was lying on the sand and he picked it up and looked at it. He had never seen such a thing before. So he looked into it. He saw a face on it. He was scared. He became afraid. He was scared, afraid. He threw it away. But after a while, he walked towards it again. Then he picked it up and saw the face in it again. He had never seen his own face before. That was the main reason. സ്വന്തം മുഖം ഇതുവരെ ആ ഫിഷർമാൻ ജീവിതത്തിൽ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. എന്താ? മിററേ കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. TV, newspaper, mirror, ഇതൊന്നും കണ്ടിട്ടില്ല. So he frightened. He was scared. Then he thought that it was his father's face. He was very happy. So he thanked God for sending his father's picture. He smiled at the picture. What happened? The picture also smiled. He became surprised. What a surprise! It smiled back. He turned the mirror to see if his father was behind it, but he could not see anyone. Once more, he turned it to his face. Ah, my loving father. He spoke to his father. His father's lips moved, but heard nothing. Oh, my loving father. He saw his father's lips also moving, but he can't hear anything. He became sad. He cried. His father too seemed to cry. He held the mirror close to his heart and went home. He held the mirror close to his heart and went home. Okay, students, this was the two passages. So, one more thing, there are some questions. Did you see it? On the right side of this passage, there are some questions. How many questions? From these two passages, the island, father comes alive. There are 6 questions. You try to answer these questions. Just take your notebook, write down the questions, just answer it. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വയം എന്തുമാത്രം എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും ആ രീതിയിൽ ആൻസർ ചെയ്യുക. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് നമുക്ക് എൻ്റെ ആൻസറുകൾ ചെക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. പുതിയ വാക്കുകൾ എഴുതുക, ഇതിൻ്റെ മീനിങ്ങുകൾ എഴുതുക, വായിക്കുക. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ക്ലാസ് റൂം പരമാവധി യു ട്രൈ ടു സേ ഓർ സ്പീക്ക് എവരിതിങ് ഇൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ക്ലാസ് റൂമുകളിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിലൂടെ പോകുമ്പോൾ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഒരു 10%, 20% നമ്മൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അതിനെപ്പറ്റി നിങ്ങൾ വിഷമിക്കേണ്ട. അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റും കേട്ടോ. നീന്തൽ പഠിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ വെള്ളത്തിൽ കിടന്ന് തന്നെ പഠിക്കണം അല്ലേ? തപാലിലൂടെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പുസ്തകത്തിലെ നീന്തൽ ക്ലാസ് കാണാതെ പഠിച്ചിട്ട് പരീക്ഷയ്ക്ക് 100-ൽ 100 മാർക്ക് വാങ്ങിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ജീവിതത്തിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വെള്ളത്തിൽ നീന്താൻ പറ്റുമോ? ഇല്ല. അതുപോലെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നമ്മൾ പഠിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ വായിക്കണം, റീഡ് ഇറ്റ്, റൈറ്റ് എല്ലാം വേണം. അതിലുപരി യു മസ്റ്റ് റെസ്പോൺസ്. യു ട്രൈ ടു സ്പീക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. ക്ലാസ്സിലും വീട്ടിലും ഒക്കെ പരമാവധി ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് നമ്മൾ സംസാരിക്കുക. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, നീന്തൽ പഠിക്കണമെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ നീന്തൽ വെള്ളത്തിൽ കിടന്ന് കാലും കൈയും ഒക്കെ ഇട്ടടിച്ച് പഠിച്ചെങ്കിൽ മാത്രമേ നീന്തൽ നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റൂ. അല്പം സ്വല്പം വെള്ളമൊക്കെ കുടിച്ചെന്നിരിക്കും ആദ്യം. ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴും ലാംഗ്വേജ് പഠിക്കുമ്പോഴും അതുപോലെയാണ്. ആദ്യമൊക്കെ ഇച്ചിരി വെള്ളം കുടിക്കുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇച്ചിരി ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് പോലൊക്കെ തോന്നും. പക്ഷെ അത് നമ്മളങ്ങ് അവഗണിക്കുക. ട്രൈ ആൻഡ് ട്രൈ അഗൈൻ. എന്ത് വേണം? ട്രൈ ടു സേ എവരിതിങ് ഇൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, തെറ്റുകളെ പറ്റി നിങ്ങൾ അതിനെപ്പറ്റി വിഷമിക്കേണ്ട. തെറ്റുകൾ ഒരുപാട് കാണും, നോ പ്രോബ്ലം. തെറ്റുകളുടെ എണ്ണം നമ്മൾ കുറച്ച് കൊണ്ടുവരാനാണ് ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത ക്ലാസ്സിൽ കാണാം. സി യു ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ്. ഈ പാസേജ് ഉറക്കെ വായിക്കണം, വായിക്കേണ്ട രീതിയിൽ തന്നെ വായിക്കുക. എന്നിട്ട് ആൻസറുകൾ എഴുതാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, see you on the next class. And one thing, don't forget to subscribe our DVUPS for you channel. It's for you. So all of you subscribe this channel, like it and share maximum. Okay, thank you very much.